Do we have a garland for tomorrow? Is there some left? We can take the garland from the... Not yet, yes, for Maharaj, but for the car worship, or I don't know. So material and spiritual topics. So line of disciplic succession is only focusing on spiritual topics. Material topics are not to be analyzed here. We are not going for this. So Srila, there's a question on this. Are devotional service and material enjoyment two separate things? Srila Prabhupada says, devotional service and material enjoyment are not the same. Wherever there is devotional service, there is no question of material enjoyment. Wherever there is material enjoyment, there is no trace of devotional service. So material enjoyment comes into effect when one considers himself the enjoyer. And devotional service comes into effect when one identifies himself as the Supreme Lord's servant. So material enjoyment is like darkness, and devotional service like illumination. Material enjoyment is based on personal sense gratification, and devotional service on giving happiness to Krishna. When we walk the path of material enjoyment, we face lamentation, illusion, and fear. Thus the Lord makes us understand the consequences of becoming attached to matter. It is intelligent to worship the Lord with utmost care. Material enjoyment is nothing but a path of misery. But devotional service is the means to happiness. So there are sins and offenses the same. To transgress social etiquette is called sin. Deviation from and showing disrespect to Lord Vishnu and the Vaishnavas is called an offense. The offenses are millions of times more serious than the sins. So sins can be nullified by atonement, but not so with offenses. However, by chanting the most auspicious names of Sri Guru Nityananda, the deliverers of fallen souls, all offenses run away. those householders, are the family lives of devotees and conditioned souls the same? Conditioned souls are those who desire wealth, women, and fame. Materialists and non-devotees are synonymous. By accepting three types of enjoyment, materialists become averse to the Lord's service. The Lord's devotees never taste wealth, women, and fame as sense gratification. Rather, they engage them in the Lord's service. If we change our material consciousness to spiritual consciousness, if instead of trying for our own happiness, we try to please the Lord and His devotees, then we can become devotees and attain pure devotional service. We must give up attachment to material life. Devotees and conditioned souls do not have the same sense about family life. An Akinchana devotee, Akinchana, everybody knows what is Akinchana. He has nothing for himself. Yeah. A Kinchana devotee may remain in any varna or ashram, yet remain aloof from the influence of his varna and ashram, because he remains engaged in Hari's service 24 hours a day. This is not true of the conditioned soul. Is this clear, or is there any question on this? No question here. Everything clear. Not Michael. What is? What I forgot? Huh? Andre. You agree with Srila Prabhupada? Whatever you say, I am doubting now. Is there respect for genuine devotees in this world? Pure items are rare, because they are not easily attainable. There is less demand for them, so people tend not to respect them. Pure devotees are rare. Therefore, there is no appreciation, demand, or respect for those who do not misguide people, but are busy trying to attract them towards the Lord by introducing them to Sankirtan and Harikatha. At present, it is fashionable to be cheated by those who, in the name of religion, misguide people. I mean, this was spoken 100 years ago. It was always the same problem. Notice that real devotees do not speak to please their audience. They don't cheat people. Rather, pure devotees expose the defects of cheaters, who love to compromise. Only those who are fortunate learn to be cautious after hearing the saints' words. Although the words of real devotees may appear to contradict our present taste and experience, they are nevertheless most auspicious for us. So demand for pure things is less, and demand for the impure is high. Wine is sold on every street corner, whereas cow milk is sold only in these select places. Impurity is in abundance, but purity is rare. I did not know this 100 years ago. Wine is sold on every street corner. It was in Kolkata, perhaps like this, yeah. So what is the difference between weakness and cheating? Also very important, Srila Prabhupada saying on this. Cheating and weakness are two separate things. Persons devoid of a cheating propensity achieve perfection in life. But a cheater is never successful. So persons who are weak or devoid of a cheating propensity achieve perfection in life. But the cheater is never successful. Vaishnavism is another name for simplicity. Cheaters are non-devotees. Sincere persons can be weak, but they are not cheaters. Cheaters say something, do something else. So weak people are embarrassed by their defects, whereas cheaters are maddened by their achievements. So weak people, they know they are weak, and they perform sometimes activities they are not impure, or they are impure. And they are embarrassed by this. They feel bad after. But cheaters are maddened by their achievements. I will cheat the Acharya. I will deceive the doctor. I will nourish the poisonous snake of my sinful propensity with banana and milk, hiding him in the hole of my cheating propensity. And I will demand name and fame from the people while posing as a saint. These are not symptoms of weakness, but of utter deceitfulness. Such cheaters will never achieve any good. By hearing humbly from saints with a sincere attitude, however, one will gradually attain auspiciousness. After accepting Tridandi sannyas, if one remains busy with worldly activities, thinking that family life is more important than spiritual life, or maintaining the sinful mentality of kidnapping Sita from Ram, as Ravan did, even while dressed as a devotee, then one is a self-killer. We are far from the worship of Hari. Even if we have weakness and have enough anarthas to last us for millions of years. We are not as misfortunate as if we possessed a cheating propensity. It is better to take bird as an animal or bird than to take shelter of cheating. It's a very important point. Nowadays, whole material world, we are all cheaters. For our self-satisfaction, for our false ego, for our whatever we do is based on my and I thinking that I want to be better. I want to. I am successful. I want to be more successful. I want to be. This cheating, the tendency is there. So even among so-called Vaishnava, who are preachers of Bhagavatam, they're going for name, fame, money, and they cheat the people just by doing or performing external some practice the devotional part, but it is only done for their self, for their false ego. If any question, you just ask. In case, yeah.
Before, Srila Prabhupada stated that wherever there's materialism, there's absence of devotional service. So does that also mean that whenever a so-called Vaishnava has any cheating propensity, even in a small amount,
in a small what?
In a small amount, or
yeah.
Apparently, that also this devotional service, that it is totally absent?
Yep. When the cheating tendency is there, it is not, we are far, far away from the reality. We can cheat all, every one of us get cheated in this world, and we are also materialists especially. They cheat others just for their personal purpose, what they want to attain. So for them it's impossible to understand the supreme or the transcendental knowledge. So who is learned? A devotee of the Lord whose intelligence is illuminated. Vedic knowledge is actually learned. The Shastra states, Bandito Panda Mokshavit Murko Ihadhyaham Buddhi. A wise man is one who knows the process of freedom from bondage. And the fool is one who identifies with his material body and mind. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam, 11th canto. One who considers the material body the self is certainly a fool, even though he may be certified, educated. Mundane scholars are aware only of mundane sound vibration, since they are conditioned by Maya, by illusion, and consider the body the self, They are unable to realize the scriptures' actual purport, because Srimad Bhagavatam and other Vedic literatures are non-different from the Supreme Lord. They understood and realized only by devotion. Since the proud, mundane scholars are devoid of devotional service to the Lord, they are intoxicated by false ego. Therefore, how will such proud people understand the confidential purport of the Shastras, headed by Srimad Bhagavatam, which are not different from the Lord? Can an idol maker see the Lord's deity form? Question. If wealth, beauty, high birth, and learning are not attributed to proper candidates, they cause ruination. For non-devotees, they are as good as dead. They give anxiety because material existence and hence the false ego. So for devotees, however, they are ornaments and do not produce anarthas, unwanted desires. The meaning of the Shastra and the meaning of material sound vibration is not the same. The Shastras appear to contain mundane words, but they are full of transcendental sound vibration. They are the incarnation of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, the Mahajans say that transcendental subject matter is inconceivable. The Shastras can be realized only by a devotee practicing devotional service, not by worldly academic learning. So this, just like this example, the Shastras appear to contain mundane words, but they are full of transcendental sound vibrations. They are the incarnation of Supreme Lord. Therefore, the Mahajans say the transcendental subject matter is inconceivable. So one who lives in this material, in this mundane level, material plane, then for him is inconceivable. He cannot understand what is transcendental Harikatha. Harikatha means talks about the Supreme. That is not understandable by those who are in the material plane and try to understand with mind, intellect of this material world. They are not able to, it is inconceivable for them. Transcendental subject matter is inconceivable. The Shastras can be realized only by a devotee practicing devotional service, not by worldly academic learning. You can see also coming many intelligent persons coming also, academics, but actually they are not checking the transcendental topics they are discussed. There are no entrance For them it is mundane words, what they hear. But for a real devotee it is transcendental. It has nothing to do with this material world. Anyway, this Prabhupada speaking is not for beginners. So, but one day we will remember it is planted in our heart. And that there's another question. Is it good to live a long life? Who says? What is your opinion?
For somebody, yes, for somebody.
It is good to live a long life if one worships Hari. But for those who do not worship Hari, it is better to die young. They live long enough to do much nonsense. If human beings and demigods do not worship Hari, they disturb their respective societies. Should people worship both Krishna and the demigods? Krishna was the worshipable Lord of the demigods. He is also the worshipable Lord of the human beings. Humans should therefore worship Krishna, the Lord of all, rather than worshipping the demigods. In this way, one automatically worships everyone. So if Krishna is happy, then all the demigods also are happy, pleased, because they are powerful expansion of Supreme Lord. Even the highest demigods, Brahma or Shiva in this world, what they are doing. Brahma is meditating how to create. He got his services to create this material universe, all kinds of characteristics, demons, demigods, karmis, jnanis, all kinds of sense gratification. This is his power. He can do. He has a service. What is Shiva? Yeah, I mean, if God has to sit and meditate, about what is he meditating? Shankarshan. That's because one name of him is Shankar. Is it? He is meditating on Kailash to attain the Lord. Even when Vishnu manifested Mohini, he wanted to see the most attractive form of the Lord in the form of Mohini. He was running like mad after her. Of course, he is not ordinary. He is an expansion of the Lord also. But what is the duty of Krishna? Just always try to play, always enjoying with his associates. They are not meditating, or they are not studying books, or they have, he is the original form. Isvara Parama Krishna, Satchit Ananda Vigraha. Anadya, Adya, first, Adya Govinda. Sarva Karana Karanam. So from, this is a sign how to recognize the original or the source of everything. One German, I think he was, he wanted to find out who is God. So he went to the bishop in Germany, and it was more than 100 years ago. And, but he told him, maybe you go to England. There's one Christian priest, bishop or something, cardinal they call them, I think. So he went there and asked, can you tell me who's God, what is God, who is he, where you will find him? Or where can I find him? And he told him, if you really want to find him, then you go to India. So he went to India to look for God. He went to hundreds of temples. Everywhere he saw that Kali, she has a duty to punish. And all the demigods, whatever he went, they had some duties. And he had come in the Krishna temple. There he saw one person who was playing flute with and enjoying, and with his pleasure energy, Radharani. So and then he concluded that this must be God. He must be God, because he's the only one who has no duty. He is enjoying. So then afterwards, it was arranged, he met Srila Prabhupada and became a disciple of him.
This was one pilot who was... Maybe he was pilot. Who was
Pilot?
Yes, in the airplane. And when he was shooted, he was falling.
No, not this one. He came before the World War started. And I think there's another story similar, I think.
He also met Radha.
Yes, yes. There are many Westerners met. And this one, we have books of him here. Athletes is called. His initiate name was Sadhana. Not Vamana.
I know one Sadhananda and one before was Italian. I think he was one.
No, this was Athletes who was in Italy. He preached there, and one Bengali heard his preaching in Italy, and he was wondering, his preaching, the philosophy of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. So he came back to India and told this also to the Gaudiya Vaishnava. There is one Sadhananda, maybe, I'm not sure. But actually, he was not sannyasi. But one of them was Vamana, I think, or Sadhananda, was sannyasi.
Yes, I have this picture with these Prabhupada disciples in my room. And one is Schultz, and one sannyasi, one brahmachari, but two are there, Westerners.
Yeah. They were living together because they were Germans, and they were locked in the North India by the Germans in a jail. So they were living together and discussing all these topics about Mahaprabhu. So this is the difference between the Lord and his expansions who manage this, who keep the laws of the material world, like Indra, what is it? Demigod for water. Varuna, yes. So everything with water and everything with weather, how the weather is coming and going, is everything under the higher order is managed by them in every universe. And can be attained, this position can be attained by everyone who is qualified. Now we can close, huh? Is there any question? No, not everybody's agreeing. But if I destroy the lust, I can hold on there now. This we are afraid of. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Srila Gurudev Nityani Vaishnava Stupa Bhamam Sargitari Stata Shishima Bhakti Vaibhav Goswami Maharaj ki Jai Ananda Bhakti Vaishnava Jai Govinda